Hi, welcome back to my morning report. Charles Prices on Friday, the 22nd of July, with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Handset Markets. I'm going to look at cable now. I actually recorded the cable video about 10-15 minutes ago, and 20 minutes ago, and basically I did that in front of the UK PMI data, and the PMI data has really hit sterling sharply lower, having been quite strongly higher, about 40-50 ticks higher. It's now sort of big disappointment in the PMI data. Let me show you the PMIs for the UK. Manufacturing 49.1, expectation of 50. Services is the big disappointment, isn't it? 47.4, well below the 49.2 that had been expected. 49.2 would have been bad anyway, but 47.4 is really bad. So this doesn't look good for the UK economy, and it certainly looks as though that sterling has been hit on the back of that. About 100 ticks down initially. You can see that impact on the hourly candle. Zooming in, I did cable as cable was breaking higher, but obviously now I sharply reversed that. It's now coming back to test the initial support, which was yesterday's low of 31.50 area. 31.30 is the pivot from last week or so, or a pivot. 31.30. Let me get the crosshairs. There you go. 31.30 last Friday, and again. It came in as a pivot earlier on this week, so it certainly looks as though that cable is regaining traction to the downside. Kristen Forbes was talking about earlier on in the week that the Bank of England needed to see more data. Well, it's now got some survey data which is very current. It's for July, so it obviously is data that market will be looking at, because it is entirely encompassing the Brexit decision, and it does not look good going forward. So subsequently the sterling is lower on the expectation that the Bank of England will probably now move in the next meeting in August. So that is impacting sterling on the downside. So it looks like it's going to be testing the supports. You'd be sort of selling any sort of intraday rebounds on this one, and it looks to be sort of coming back probably to retest the 30.60 level, which was this week's low, and subsequently, if it continues lower, then into the back towards 130s area. So it looks as though that this PMI data has turned around sentiment on cable, and that sort of firmed up the resistance at 33.10s. Certainly 32.90 was that initial high that we saw this morning before the selling pressure came back in. So around about 120 ticks of reversal already, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. 32 figure is a bit of a pivot in this chart, so it could provide a bit of resistance on a rebound, but I wish you good luck in your trading on cable today, and I'll speak to you next week. Thank you.